Hey everybody, it's Durger time. Welcome back to another episode of Total Extreme Wrestling 2016, Billy Corgan's NWA. We are here, I think it's week 2 in August in our playthrough, and we had a pretty good show last time. We're still losing money. We're still losing a lot of money, but we're doing better. A lot better compared to what our losses were previous year, or previous month. And we did some changes to our marketing and our merchandising, so I think we're going to turn it around a little bit. I think this is the month everything turns around. Our momentum is lower, but we looked at it last time, and actually we had a good month last month. We actually boosted up in popularity, and hopefully August is the one that will boost us further. And we are 8 days away from Supernova, which we will be having another pay-per-view in I think it's a Tuesday, August, the third week of August. Everyone's available. Everyone else is working G1 in New Japan. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at what's going on in the world first. We haven't really had a chance to look at that in August. I kind of just want to see what's going on. Might give us some ideas of who to hire if we need some new people. And let's go ahead and let's jump to promotions, companies. So obviously we want to take a look at a couple of these. Some of these we don't really need to look at, but we definitely want to look at what's going on in WWE, what's going on in New Japan, maybe what's going on in Impact and Lucha Underground. So New Japan, what you got going on? Let us take a look. They just got rid of Toriano. I know that. Look like they're doing well, and momentum's really high. Look at their roster. See if anyone left. Billy Gunn. That's weird. Okay. It's interesting that in the game it says New Japan doesn't use faces or heels, because I still feel like they do. I guess less so. It's more nebulous than definitely other promotions, but I feel like they are pretty much still a typical face-heel divide. Tehanu's in there. That's interesting. No major firings I see. Yeah, okay. Anybody from WWE? Actually, what is Ooh, wow. Their momentum is very close. Very, very close. They're both nationals. Good for them. All right, let's see. AJ, Alistair. I don't see anybody that left. There's definitely people that we would want to scout. I don't see anybody. All right, let's just see. Let's check roster and let's just see if there's anybody out there that maybe slipped through the cracks that we can let's say regional star or recognizable maybe would be. So that would be Austin Aries, Bobby Lashley. Okay. So Zack Saber's available. Ricochet is everywhere right now. Obviously, this save was, I think, from January, so he got signed after that. We could use that to our advantage, but right now he has so many appearances everywhere, I don't really know if it's worth it. Matt and Nick aren't working that many places. Not a bad idea, maybe to bring them in. Remember, we originally had Marty Scurll, but we got rid of him specifically because of that reason. Just look at all those shows he's running. It's so hard to get him in anywhere. It's not really worth it. EC3. Jay Lethal's only doing two things. To be a good get at some point, but costs so much. Meh. All right. So nothing slipping through the cracks there. That's fine. So I know some people were saying that maybe we want to look at our mid-carders enhancement region. We definitely have maybe... So you know what? Oh, actually, I got an idea. Because everyone seems to be really big on Brian Pillman. I wasn't really sure why. And then I looked at this, and I was like, wow. Really, average in-ring, but strong physical, average entertainment. Like, for rookie year, a young lion, if you will, that's not bad. By the way, got a new picture of him. So I won't get mad anymore because he's there. Let's give him a tag team. How about that? Team. We're gonna add a team. Now, what we're gonna do is they're gonna be individuals because I want them to get to not be identified by just themselves. I'm pretty sure if we look at how this works here, unit means that you have two wrestlers who are strongly identified as being together, and they share equally the benefits of winning and the penalties for losses, irrespective of who actually gets pinned or submitted. Individuals mean that although they tag together regularly and may have a proper tag team name, their fortunes are not so closely linked. Whichever wrestler gets to win gets more benefits, which we want. So who I'm going to put him with, I think... We're going to put him with Ryan Nemeth, who we had talked about previously about maybe wanting to develop a little bit, but maybe we'll put them together. I think if we look at Prime, Nemeth is pretty recent too. Well, he has 8 years pro, so like there's less potential in him growing, but putting those two together might be beneficial for us. That could be good. I think that could be good. Yeah, I think so. I think that would be a strong team there. They have no experience. Hopefully they have chemistry. We haven't really tested it out. So, that's going to be an issue. But we'll see. We also have to start developing some of these guys. There's a danger when you run a show like this that you focus on this region, and I'll admit I probably do, especially because obviously that's where the draw is, right? That's where people are coming in here and getting that's where we're getting the momentum is here. But this whole region here, which I would say is pretty healthy. We have a lot here. This is the area where we want to really start developing here. Because this gives us our future. Like, if we develop Flip Gordon, who I have for 1,300 days, I got a 4-year contract on him, right? Or something crazy. What if he becomes so huge that he becomes our main eventer? And he's in-house and he's loyal, whereas everyone else here, they're working everywhere, right? Same thing, like Nick Aldis is pretty much just working with us, and we should work with that. But we want to start developing some of these guys. So I definitely think, I've said it before, like Bull James, I kind of work with. Flip, he's in that 22 range. That's perfect for us because that means he's going to grow at a much faster pace, because how the game works is, I think up to 30, I want to say, your age, you grow in experience at a certain rate, and if you're working with somebody with good chemistry, you grow faster. If you have a protege, you grow faster. There's different percentages. The game doesn't do a good job showing those behind-the-scenes things. As like a big fan of a grand strategy game, like a Paradox game, I really hope that Grey Dog Software in the future does something good with us, where we can kind of see some of those stats a little bit more. There are dirt sheets, but it only really deals with the dirt sheets only show the match composition. I would love to see more stats on what percentage increase we get from certain things. It would be really nice to see. Oh, Cody's happy. Cool. All right. So, everything looks good there. I wanted to add that team, and I'm happy with that. I also something weird's happening with the storylines, and I'm not sure why. Future NWA. I don't know whether it's just because, like, Chris Daniels, like, all of these are involved. I wonder if it's because he is an announcer. Like, he's not actually listed as an announcer, so maybe that is causing it. So I'm going to get rid of him. We're just going to keep bad Billy Corgan for now, because I don't want to screw up the storylines. I noticed last game it was like the entire show is on here. Where is it? Future NWA, which actually has given it a lot more heat. So maybe I want to keep it, but we don't necessarily want to do that. That's not really how we want to run that. That's not really the way we want to increase that storyline heat isn't by putting the entire show as a focus of that. I think that was the problem. I think because I didn't have him assigned correctly, it was acting as though he was a guest commentator, which is fine. Well, maybe we'll do that for every once in a while. We'll put him on as a guest commentary. All right, well, let's go ahead. Let's skip ahead and let's see what Supernova has in store for us. All right, let's go ahead and check emails real quick. New Japan contract offer. Yeah, you can keep them. That's Tino Sabatelli to the main roster in WWE. Sure, have fun. Cody still needs a break. I'm a little worried about, especially because even if I give him a break, I don't know if everyone else will. Technician for Julia Ho. That's good. And of course, the JY bid fails, which I'm not shocked. I changed his picture too, because boy, that goober picture that Fleisch had for him is a little old. He's written is an opener. An opener, Jay White. You could be doing. Should have signed with us. Could have gave you to the top, buddy. But guess you needed that cash. Fine. Boy, that's a shame. Okay, let's go ahead and get to the show. All right. 68% locker room. Awesome. Getting better. Remember that? We were started at like 34%, looking horrible. Now we're moving up. Let's go ahead and see what's going on here. It's probably another just wrestler's court. Yeah, that's all. I forgot to shake another's hand and buy him beer. There you go. Everything's fine. So you know what we want to do? I want to try to medal again, but I want Brian Pillman. And who did we put him with? We put him with Ryan Nemeth. I want them to have a positive relationship. So if we can get them to have a friendship, that would even be better. I think this has a chance to backfire, and with my luck, it will. No. Okay, good. At least nothing is better than something negative, I guess. All right. We will add CW. Now, we still have, I think we still have it set for early morning instead of the on-demand. I feel like on-demand was doing better for us, but I'll give it another month to see. Because if on-demand's like a variable, it could be even worse than Graveyard or even better than Primetime. It depends on your popularity. Okay. Let's go ahead and see where we're going to be. 2,500, less than our last show. Where are we going to be? Stevens Stadium. Auditorium. Fits 27, 83. Yeah, that's probably fine. So once we get some cash and we're going to look at making another venue, we should look at something about 3,500, I feel like. Or maybe 4,000 is going to be the good ball pit area for us. It'll be a hotbed, which is good because it gives us more momentum. But yeah, I'm fine with this. Stevens Auditorium. All right, so Supernova, let's go ahead and book the show. All right, and we are back for NWA Supernova. So a lot of wrestling going on here. Trying to build up another little storyline going on in this as well. Probably put too many people on the show, but I'm getting nervous with the events that too many people will be unhappy. So, we'll see how it does. I'm probably going to do less of that in the future and just have to suck it up and deal with it. But anyways, let's go on with the show. So we start off with a opening angle that is not very well received, but it's fine. Basically, Pinky comes out and he announces that there will be a ladder match tonight for a special legacy contract, and more will follow over the course of the next 2 months. And he says this is about the legacy of the NWA and the future of the company, and he's very excited that as the founder's grandson, that he could honor wrestlers this way. He's kind of playing to the crowd as though he's not a heel, and no one believes it. But anyways, he's going to have a legacy contract ladder match. We don't know what that is, but we will find out at some point. We go on with the opening of the show. It's a terrible match. Bull James defeats Ryan Nemeth in 7 minutes with stoppage when Ryan Nemeth is injured and could not continue anymore. He gets beat the crap up really bad. Bull James continues the attack as the doctors come out, that kind of thing. Got the crowd hotter though, which did its job. So it was a bad match, but at least it got them happy. Ryan Nemeth is working on his performance skills. That's good. And then out comes Brian Pillman to try to break up Bull James' attack. We don't know this, but obviously looks like Brian and Nemeth have a bit of a friendship backstage, and seeing Nemeth on the ground getting brutalized spurs something in him, and he comes out for the save. Him and Bull James kind of get into a scuffle. Bull James pushes away, stare down, and then he kind of leaves allow Brian Pillman to kind of, I guess protect Ryan a little bit and allow the doctors to do what they need to do. D, not bad. Didn't really do anything, but got the crowd hotter, which is good. Awesome. Leads to this match, which actually, wow, that's pretty good. Decent match. Our legacy contract ladder match. Hangman Page defeats everybody in a ladder match when he retrieves the item on the contract on the ladder. Ryback carried in terms of in-ring performance and definitely was dominant in it. But nevertheless, Hangman got the win. Flip took a stump bump in this match. Not bad. Wow, Ryback's actually got a lot better performance than I thought. And of course, now Hangman has Paul Pinky George's legacy contract, which you can only imagine maybe he wanted on Ryback. He's worked with him in the past. We'll have to see how that develops. Flip is improving, and he's going to improve pretty much every show that we put him in, just because, he's so young and he's going to continue to develop well. C- is much better than I thought. That's awesome. We go on to a more poorly received match, though it is decent. The Guerrillas of Destiny make defense number 1 of their World Tag Team titles against the Bruiserweights. Yeah, not much to say about this. Apparently, John Skyler was really off his game. Though I did have this as a work the crowd, so I think that probably hurt us a little bit. I didn't expect the crowd to get hot from those segments, as you could imagine why. But, sometimes you can't tell what the NWA audience wants. And apparently they wanted bad acting promos by Wink Vavesser. But hey, whatever. Yeah, not much to say about this. We want to kind of allow Guerrillas start to rank up and start to rack up some of those tag wins. The tag team division's been a little shaky since we ever started it, and having some legitimate competitors in it to put on some clinics will probably do us some good. We go on to the 2 out of 3 falls match between Tyler Bate and Will Ospreay. Fantastic heat, great wrestling. Not bad, 58. Wow. Will Ospreay defeats Tyler Bate in 29 minutes. by 2 falls to 1 after losing the first, with the final fall happening by count out. So there's a little shakiness here, right? Is that they kind of Tyler wanted to settle this completely and ends up getting counted out, allowing Will Ospreay to retain, but he did not get pinned and he did not get submitted. So you have to wonder how he feels about that. Unfortunately, the crowd was a little rowdy, which probably hurt it because I had a very technical match. Dislocated wrist. Ouch. And he's not even the one that did the stunt bump. Jeez. Okay, he'll be okay. That sounds like that sucks though. So they're going back and forth and trading wins. And Tyler is now, I believe, 2-1? 2-1-1. So, or no, not Tyler. Will's 2-1-1. So, not feeling great about that. But he probably doesn't feel that win is as legitimate as he would want it. He probably would not care about a clean pin in a 2 out of 3 falls, but having lost to a countout probably is definitely going to be a thorn in his side. Yeah, that sucks. And we have a decent match for the number 1 contendership. Tenille defeats Candice and Julie Ho and Viper in 12 minutes by pinning Julie Ho in a 4-way. Not much to say about this. We need to set up another contender to Ronda. She's had 2 defenses so far. Candice went back to the line. Tenille asserted her dominance previously. All 4 had racked up a couple wins, so put all 4 of them in there, and let's see who's the better woman. And apparently Tenille eked out the win. Candice is definitely a better performer, but Tenille's not that much behind. Candice was actually a little upset about this booking. I had to give her... what did I give her? I think I told her that she had to be kept strong, and she was fine with it. It was a lift-a-crowd match, which probably wasn't needed now, but actually maybe it might not have been a bad idea because the technical match, despite being good, didn't really... it kind of clashed with the already rowdy crowd, so it might have been down a little bit. We go on to a defense of the NWA North American title, which is pretty good. 54 minus, C minus. Great heat, good wrestling. Sami Callihan defeats Nick Aldis, but not really. Actually, this should say something different. I don't know why it doesn't say that. It's a real mayhem match. Got the crowd buzzing. It's not a count out. It was a run in, cheap finish. Well, I guess it considered that. Outside interference ending. Jimmy Jacobs comes in and attacks Sammy. Or I guess not. Yeah, I guess that whole thing ended up getting messed up. Either way, Sammy ends up. Yeah, he gets attacked by Sammy. He is. Yes. My booking is correct. The game is wrong. Jimmy Jacobs comes out and attacks Sami Callihan. Still upset over, the brewing tensions, the issues in the cult. The attack is right in front of the ref. The ref, DQs Nick Aldis because of the outside interference. Thus, Sammy actually technically wins the match, though obviously the title does not change hands on a DQ. So yeah, that's a little confusing. The game could have dealt with that better. But yeah, that's how it was supposed to be booked, so you guys know. Either way, Nick Aldis still is the champion, despite losing that. And now Jimmy and Callihan are just fighting outside the ring, which leads to Jimmy actually getting the upper hand a little bit, and Sammy actually calling out to Chris Daniels and Josephus Brody, who are both ringside, as the cult tends to do, asking for help to gang up on Jacobs, who is fired up with fury, and they refuse it. Josephus was about to, and Daniels pulls him back a little bit and shakes his head. Apparently, squabbles and struggles within the cult must be resolved on their own. And ultimately leaves Callahan on the ground, Jacobs the victor, and quickly jumping a barricade to get out of the ring and out of the way. Doesn't really do much. Not really much to say about this match, really. Or angle, but I mean, that's fine. Anyone improve? Nope. Nothing. Nah. Bummer. I kind of expected the heat of the previous match to kind of boost that up a little bit, but what are you going to do? And then, of course, wow, that might be our best match we've had. Actually, this is a angle. That's a video package about the main event, Enzo versus Cody. All of the weeks of promos and matches cut up in a video package. Got the crowd hotter. Awesome. B rating. So people are hot for it, which of course leads us to the match, which I can't imagine is as good as that. Yeah, no. Fantastic heat, good wrestling. Cody Rhodes defeats Enzo Amore in 20 minutes with a beautiful disaster. Should he have to Crossroads? During the match, we also saw Brandy distract Amore, and Rex Lawless also accidentally hit Rhodes. Not accidentally, but okay. Cody wins the NWA World Heavyweight title and strips it from Enzo. Cody's a better wrestler, not by much. Enzo maybe got a little blown out from the length of the match, and it got the crowd buzzing. And finally, Cody has his father's belt. Sure took a while to get there. Definitely was going to be booked earlier, but it is on maybe the rightful person. And Enzo finally loses it, and thus can no longer ruin the NWA belt from his slimy, greasy hands. Anyone improve? Enzo. Okay, cool. I'd say that's pretty good. 57. Increased her popularity in 11 regions. Like I said, I probably put too many people in there. Maybe the ladder match might have been a little much. I'm just worried that a lot of people were going to be upset by being left off the pay-per-view, especially Ryback, which I just didn't have a good match for him. I guess I could have just given him a one-on-one, but I think this works, and that we have a plan for the legacy contract that could be interesting. Let's go ahead and Tyler's hurt. Praise for a great performance. Praise Cody. And let's give Brian Pillman some love. Just point him out as a good example. Actually, we'll tell Tyler that he's awesome. All right. Not too bad, I would have to say. Let's see. He's injured. Tyler is hurt a little bit. Cody needs. So what we'll do is we'll give Cody some time off, I think, and let people fight for the number one contendership. That'll give him some time. Ryback, I'm going to do it. I saw this rule before, and I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to do it. Ryback, you are going to eat a pin by Brian in your next match, because if you complain about people, you're going to eat the pin. I'm getting a little sick of him. Buy rate, 0.01, as low as we can. How bad is that going to be for him? Hopefully that's not too bad. He's working through it. I was going to say, once it's located, it's definitely going to hurt his arms. We'll give him some time to heal. We'll just put him on some angles, maybe, and let them work through it. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, we're still losing money. We're losing a lot of money. We lost a lot of money from that show. I mean, ticket sales were good, but what are we losing it on? Production? Maybe I have to lower production again on something else. Let's see. Cost $15,000 per month plus $5,000 per show. I'm going to downgrade both of these, I think. Oh, I can't for that. Okay, no, I can't lower it because they're gonna get upset. So, boy, I just don't know what to do with that. We're just losing money. I mean, we're making money from the ticket sales, and the pay-per-view buys are getting better, but sponsorship's not. So I think that comes at the end of the month. So, you know, I don't know. Merchandise sales about steady. Show cost 40,000. So what are we actually making here? Hold on, I'm gonna grab the old calculator here. Let's figure out what we're actually getting here. So 1571, about 24. I'm just gonna round them up here. I don't know. It's tough to say. All right, guys. Anyways, that's it from me. Thank you for watching. I'll see you around.